Hello there. I'm here today to share some tips and or techniques in terms of replacing your rubber seal that goes on the bottom of your garage doors. I've had garage doors for 13 years myself and have had to routinely replace these basically once they get to the point where they're pretty much allowing water to seep under the door when it rains and they're just not sealing properly. Maybe you see daylight. They typically just get hard and or brittle, and at that point they just need to be replaced. So I'm going to show you some things that I do that makes this job less annoying by far, and maybe simpler. I'm going to pan up here. You can see that I've already removed the old seal. And what I have done after I had initially replaced my seals years ago now, up in the track here, which I don't know if you can see it, but there's basically a screw that goes through this channel that actually holds the track in place. And what I do typically is I'll remove either the screw at the left or right end, depending on whichever way I want to normally install my seal, and leave that screw out. And the reason I do that is because with these tracks you don't have very much room, and granted, yeah, you could take the door roller loose and kick the door out, but sometimes that's not always a whole lot of fun to do either, depending on how your door is made. So I did just basically remove this screw permanently. And then what I typically have done is, at this point, the track will drop down. And let me come down here to the opposing end so I can kind of show you what I've done. As you can see how the track drops down, so it allows me to essentially start the seal going between the actual rail system here for the door and the rollers, and just pull the track down. Also, another tip is once I have removed the old seal, at that point I really don't care what condition it's in. I just cut it out if I have to. And then let me see if I can find, I get a can of basically white lithium grease, or I guess any penetrating oil would work fine. I like the lithium grease better because it doesn't run all over the place like the regular PB Blaster or Liquid Wrench or WD-40 or any other brands that are made. And then what you do is you'll take this product and spray it up in the actual track where the rubber seal will go. And if you'll bear with me for a minute, as you can see, I've already started my sealing in, and I want to show you how easy this can be doing it this way. And then I'm going to show you the last step without the seal completely done, but you'll understand how I did this process once I'm finished. So bear with me while I mount the camera in the mount and get it angled. Okay. Basically all I'm going to do is roll the seal up in the form that it takes as it goes into the track, and normally it'll just slide right in. Sometimes you may have to use a heat gun and heat the seal up, and that makes it move a lot easier. But you see how easy this is going, and normally in the past it's taken me sometimes up to 30 minutes to get these seals in, and I'm pretty sure there's probably, quote, an easier way, but this is the method I found that works for me. But as you can see, the door seal's almost halfway across in under a minute. So let me get the camera here. Okay, now what I do is, once the seal is all the way across the door, I'll cut the seal so it's about even with the bracket here. I'll push this bracket up, and then what I have typically done, I actually already have pre-drilled holes up here in the bottom, and I'll use a scratch awl and go up between the seal and this aluminum and run a screw typically two in two different points, so it's actually connecting it to the door itself, and that'll keep this up tight. Whereas, like I explained earlier, you know, there's a screw that actually goes into the V of the channel here, and that holds this up in place. But like I said, everybody probably has a different method to doing this, and I'm sure that, like I said, I've attempted to remove my rollers before, and it's been just a pain to do it, and to me it was just easier to drop the rail down versus disconnecting this. And even when I tried disconnecting these, the rollers still wouldn't come out of the track. I guess I'm just doing it the wrong way, so be it. But hopefully this has been detailed enough that it makes sense and it's uncomplicated. So if you have any questions, by all means feel free to ask. Thanks for watching and have a great day.